Want to get right to that breaking news because it has been a nervous night for a lot of people who saw the massive police response and then an evacuation at the Boulevard Mall. It all followed reports of a masked man with a gun. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Snyder.
And I'm Marie Mortera. Our team coverage begins with News 3's Reed Cowan live there from the mall.
Well, and we're all breathing a sigh of relief down here in the parking lot of Boulevard Mall. The police tape is down, and tonight, so many people glad that this ended peacefully. You know, three main points to this story that got a lot of people scared and riled up right after the 7 o'clock hour. A man walks into this mall. He's wearing a mask and he's carrying a long gun. Well, the calls started to flood into Metropolitan and to 911. They actually came here very quickly. They were able to get into a security office at the mall and get a wide view of the mall through several security cameras. Here's what they had to say.
We did have officers inside the security office at the mall with access to those cameras. The individual can be described as a male who was fully clothed and wearing a mask. That individual has not been located yet. We have done 3 systematic searches of this entire mall, which is very large. It has taken us a while, as you can imagine. So far, we have not located the suspect. We have to have a significant response because of the size of this building. And like I said earlier, all of the places that an individual could go inside the building and hide.
All right, so what's the status right now? Metro Police tell me they believe the guy is not in the mall. They also believe he's not a threat to any neighborhood that surrounds the mall. In fact, they tell me that he did not point the gun at anybody. He did not make any threats, and therefore, if they had approached him, he would not have been arrested. They say he broke no law by carrying a long gun into a shopping mall, and that wearing a mask is also not a breach of the law, although he may have been breaking the rules of the mall as private property, but still not an offense to where he would have been arrested. A lot of people very afraid tonight, but tonight the scene clear and a lot of people breathing a sigh of relief. Now, we have team coverage. Heather Mills is on the other side of the mall. She talked to a lot of people who left the mall during an evacuation period. They had a lot to say to her, and we're going to let Heather take it over from here.
Yeah, thank you, Reed. And as you can imagine, there was a lot of pandemonium when all of this was going on. It's been about 4 hours, and just now police, as Reed mentioned, have taken down the crime scene tape. Most of them have left, and they have finished taking statements from witnesses, people who were inside the mall at the time, be that employees or shoppers. And I have to tell you, a lot of those employees are young kids. We're talking 16, 17 years old, talking to the parents out here. Many don't want to go on camera. They just wanted to go home tonight after all of this was said and done. But a lot of fear out there, especially when this all started. I talked to one man who was in the parking lot getting ready to go into the mall when it all happened. Here, take a listen to what he told me.
People are running and screaming, and there was cars everywhere at that time, yeah. So, though by the time when I came, it's the time when police were coming. It's not like it's something which had happened already.
Yeah, very scary. You can imagine all those people running out of the mall. However, we do know because of the large police presence that immediately was here on the Boulevard Mall, and I am talking dozens upon dozens of Metro officers and SWAT officers, we know they have a plan and they've been working toward that plan. Boulevard Mall also has a plan. We talked to them. Here's what they had to say.
I think, you know, the mall has spent a long time preparing for something like this to happen, as we've seen a lot of things happen around the country. And the good news, if there's any in this case, is that nothing actually happened to anyone. A lot of people, I'm sure, were very shocked when they saw or had the police come in the building. But, you know, even at that, they were safe.
Safe, certainly, with a plan like the Boulevard had in place, but a lot of people, you know, being told to get out of the restroom or get out of their dressing room, wherever they were, and that is scary. A lot of folks around here telling me tonight they're worried because we don't know who this person was, and they live in the area. So there's still a little bit of high tension. Nerves have been rattled, and although it ended peacefully and no one was injured, a lot of people still pretty scared tonight. So Jim and Marie, I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. For now, reporting live tonight, Heather Mills, News 3.
An anxious night out there for so many. All right, Heather, thank you. And obviously still a lot of questions that need to be answered. We'll be continuing to follow this story for you all night long. We'll have an update for you tomorrow morning on News 3 Today starting at 4.